Alright, so look, man. Now this story takes place in St. Louis, Missouri, and it all escalated in 2020. Now in April 2020, an 18-year-old St. Louis woman by the name of Carrie L. Doss, she was shot to death. And the suspect in the murder, a guy by the name of Levi Hannon. He's been sitting in jail for the last 2 years or so, being accused for this murder. But 2 years or so down the line, information came out that prosecutors mishandled the case, and evidence actually pointed to someone else being the shooter, and not this guy. So the charges were dropped, and he was released. So good for him, right? At least you would think. Because the brother of Carrie L. Doss, he's not so happy about this. So we fast forward to the morning of June 22nd, 2023. Levi Hannon, he had a court date. It was for a carjacking case he caught back in December of 2018. So it's 9 a.m. in the morning. He's standing outside of his home, my guess, getting ready to head to court. And according from surveillance video that morning, a suspect was seen chasing him on foot while firing the gun. And ultimately, you see the victim getting hit by gunfire and falling to the ground. The suspect then approached Hannon, stood over his body, and executed him. And now 1 month later, we find out the person who executed Levi Hannon, well, it was actually Carrie L. Ross's brother, Jacorin Riley. Riley is accused of murdering the alleged murderer of his sister at 9 o'clock in the morning, right before his court date. Now, obviously, he must have got word that the guy had a court date that morning, and that's when he decided was the perfect time to get him. But nonetheless, after he murdered him, he was seen getting in the getaway car that his girlfriend rented on the day of the murder. And they even returned it 3 hours after the shooting. How considerate, right? But in all seriousness, I don't really know how to feel about this one. Because the guy's charges was dropped. They're saying the evidence was pointing to someone else. So it's quite possible he wasn't even the guy that murdered his sister. But however, right, the streets do be talking. And whether prosecution felt that guy was innocent or not, it's obvious that her brother didn't think he was innocent. And if he was willing to put his own life on the line about that, I'm leaning more towards the lines of he knew more information than the police probably know. And since they messed it up, he served justice in his own way, if you get what I'm saying. But that's insane, right? A few hours before you had to go to court, your life can be over just like that. What's even crazier is Levi Hannon. His lawyer, he actually came out and made a statement. They dropped his carjacking case that morning. He was wondering why the guy didn't show up to court. So he called him after court, couldn't get a hold of him, just to find out that the guy was murdered. But nonetheless, rest in peace to Carrie L. Doss. What do y'all think about this? Do you think the brother got the right guy? Did he make a mistake? Would you have done that if you was in his situation? But that's it for this video. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, subscribe. I'm gone.